when she spent so much time trying so damn hard? I yawned at my reflection, then stumbled up and around my room, hunting for a clean tank top and my favorite pair of breezy summer pants, my mental to-do list already forming. Before I grabbed the train from Queens to Hell's Kitchen, I needed to stop at the post office and mail Sam, one of my best friends, her birthday gift. Then, I had to stop at Cyrus's to use his laptop to print my Brainwave Comedy Festival welcome packet. Brainwave Comedy Festival! The words jumped into my mind as I laced up my sneakers. I paused to breathe it in. You got into Brainwave Comedy Festival. I still couldn't believe it. Out of thousands of comedians who had submitted audition tapes, I'd actually done it. I, Del Silva-Miller, had landed a spot in the Comedy Festival. Held annually in Vancouver, Brainwave was known to start or end professional comedy careers. That was part of the reason I'd stayed to host the entire open mic last night. It had been my goodbye to Gimbley's, my bon voyage. After 4 years, I'd officially quit. It was a huge risk, but with the festival only 45 days away, I needed to book as many practice shows as possible. Deciding to leave Gimbley's had been hard. A bittersweet series finale to a sitcom starring a bunch of PowerPoint comedians and a kitchen full of OGs who found us insufferable. I'd worked there with my best friends, Cyrus and Tucker, and even though our boss sucked and the kitchen smelled like mold and we had to clean up so much puke, it had been special. But I needed my set to be perfect. This was it. My last shot to repot my lifelong dream like a grocery store houseplant and make it bloom. To step into the life I'd been working toward since I was 20. I looked around my messy little room, hunting for my purse and keys. To say I decorated the space would have been a lie, but I had collected knickknacks over the years. The sunburst tapestry pinned behind my bed, the string lights wrapped around my bookshelf, and Buster the Weeping Clown, a dementedly jovial ceramic clown permanently trapped mid-high kick as he clutched a bundle of colorful balloons. His balloons lit up, casting an iridescent honeycomb of primary colors across my bedroom ceiling. But he was never happy about it. If anything, the balloons, his oversized red shoes, the jaunty little hat on his head were all a burden. A curse. Buster and I had a lot in common. I grabbed my keys from under Buster's shadow and swung my bag over my shoulder, ready to brave the strangling, moist heat of New York City in August. There I went, swan diving into a bright new day and the crystal clear pools of my future. What I didn't know was that when I hadn't been looking, someone had drained the lake. I'd met Ingram at Gimbley's open mic night. Most servers couldn't handle working to the continuous soundtrack of comedians bombing, but it had been my favorite shift of the week. All the nervous first-timers would show up with sweaty palms and a ferocious need to get as drunk as possible as soon as possible. Ingram had been sitting in the front row at one of the small bistro tables with a red votive candle in the center, legs crossed and head in hand. The whole time I performed, he kept his eyes trained on me with this look, like he wanted to laugh but wasn't sure. I wouldn't have noticed if it hadn't been for his eyes. They were so green, almost feline. They glistened under the hot overhead lights, watching me with a conspiratorial sweetness, like we already shared a secret. I was breaking open a new box of beers and dumping them into the well when I looked up, and there he was, leaning against the bar, head still in his hand, eyes still flickering. "You're funny." He said it in a flat, monotone voice. His mouth was small and twisted into a cheeky little grimace. I raised a brow. "Oh, wow, thanks so much." "I mean it." He was wearing the most ridiculous orange hat, but still, he was magnetic. I slid the top of the well shut and leaned forward, resting my elbows on the bar. "Can I get you anything? A daiquiri? Maybe a hot dog? They're buy one, get one."